Raise your right hand. You swear or affirm the evidence you're about to present in the matter and hearing should be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Your Honor, are you judging me? And no law is above God's law. So I cannot honor any of your laws. It supersedes every single law that you guys have given me. I am friends with the IRS.
If you enjoy content like this, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. Now, let's get back to today's video, because we've got a wild court hearing on our hands. The defendant here, seen in the top left, is in court for failing to pay $2,000 in court fees. Her defense? She claims she isn't a citizen and believes that God's law is above everyone else's law, even though she's been caught shoplifting and involved in other reckless behavior. The judge, who has a very no-nonsense demeanor, reacts to her bizarre arguments with a mix of patience and firm pushback. In the end, she receives a fair sentence, which honestly feels deserved given how outrageous her reasoning was. Huge shout out to court nerds for this clip. Let's go ahead and dive into this entertaining hearing, where both the attorney and the judge quickly shut down her nonsense.
We're asking that Ms. Lott is incarcerated until the $2,755.40 is paid, Your Honor. And Your Honor, I am asking for attorney fees for today. Your Honor, and even me having to file this motion and continue to, I guess, seek attorney fees from Ms. Lott, Your Honor.
What are you asking for today?
Your Honor, for today, Your Honor, I'm asking for $1,500, Your Honor. And I can provide my affidavit to the court, Your Honor. We had to communicate with the court, Your Honor. I've been practicing law since 2008, Your Honor. I've been in good standing since that time. Your Honor, I charge my client a flat fee of the $1,500 just to try to see, just so we can file this motion for incarceration.
All right, Ms. Lott, raise your right hand. You swear or affirm the evidence you're about to present in the matter and hearing should be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Your Honor, are you judging me?
If you want to call it that, but I assume you want to testify on your own behalf.
Yes, I do. And if the attorney is not going to be sworn in, that is a conflict of interest. And I have filed motions. I filed a quo warranto because I have searched for law licenses and I have not found any. There's been no true judges since 1789. And the United States filed a Chapter 11 in 1933, which lost their sovereignty as a government. So I can't even be heard here. I have asked the court to provide me documentation stating that this is an Article 3 court. I have not gotten anything back from the judge with any type of documentation from the Attorney General, from the Secretary of State. You guys have not had permission to try me, and no law is above God's law. So I cannot honor any of your laws. It supersedes every single law that you guys have given me. I have tried to settle this in court. I have filed a fiduciary relationship. 56. I am friends with the IRS. I have attempted to settle with a $20 money order because there is no money with the court, and everything was sent back. So rejection of payment is payment, Your Honor. And my religion strongly prohibits any satanic laws or rituals, and I cannot serve two masters. So either I don't even know what to do here in this matter, because I have asked to be tried in an Article 3 court. This is not a court of equity. God's law trumps all laws made by man. God also says no man should be judged or you will be judged. This is my religion. I have not broken any of God's laws. I have not committed any crimes. I have not harmed my offspring. I am the first lien holder on my child's estate. So there is nothing that I can do for Miss LaFleur, and I will not be paying it because my God told me not to. He gave me the instructions on what to do, and you guys refused it. You guys refused my quo warranto because it wasn't written in the way that you accepted, but I am not under your laws. I am friends with the IRS. I have sent out my documentation. I have to say.
You have any questions for Ms. Lott, Ms. St. Fleur?
Yes, Ms. Lott, were you present in court for the petition for a legitimation with Tariq Crump?
Ms. LaFleur, can you provide me your?
It's St. Fleur. It's St. Fleur. It's not LaFleur. If we're gonna quote all of these articles, make sure you get my name right. Were you in court? I mean, I'm not sure if any of the articles could tell me, but were you in court?
Questions. I have no further answers for any of your questions. I said what I said. This law does not trump God's law. I'm under God's law, and that's it.
Well,
She really said a whole lot of nothing, and honestly, I don't even know how the judge managed to keep a straight face. Maybe it's because he's older and has seen it all, or maybe this girl is just on a completely different level, but she's clearly delusional. I get the whole sovereign law mindset a little bit. Sure, nobody wants to feel controlled by the government. But when you're actively breaking the law, like shoplifting, skipping out on court fees, and then trying to argue that you shouldn't be held accountable, it just doesn't fly. If she were falsely accused, maybe the argument would make some sense, but in this case, it's completely useless. She committed a crime, and the consequences are valid. Honestly, she doesn't even seem like she's pretending to be unstable. She comes across as genuinely unhinged. Based on this hearing alone, she should probably be evaluated, because her reasoning is absolutely unbelievable. The fact that the judge hasn't snapped yet is almost funny, but it also shows just how patient he's being. At the end of the day, if you commit a crime, you've got to own up to it, and she's just refusing to take responsibility. Let's jump into the second half of this clip, where the judge finally shuts her down and delivers a pretty harsh sentence.
Saying you had 10 days to pay this $2,755.40. Do you have any proof that any payment was made?
I have the proof here, and this was sent back to me. This is the money order that I sent to the court.
That's
Your
that
law-
$20 thing you said?
Yes, it is. That is the settlement that is written in your laws. I did send the thing. They rescinded back, and refusal of payment is payment. So I will handle it with the IRS from here.
Well, $20 doesn't equal $2,755.40.
Or any court fees cannot supersede to $20, and that is what I paid as a natural person. I don't know about any U.S. citizen. I'm not a U.S. citizen. I'm a natural person and a private American. I've not committed any crimes under God's law. I have not stolen. I have not bear false witnesses. I have not killed anyone. I have not dishonored my mother and my father, and I have not put any man before God, and I will not put any of you guys before God either.
Fine. All right, Ms. Lott, I'm gonna find you in contempt of court for failure to pay the $2,755.40. Order you incarcerated, that is jailed, until you've paid the money.
I will be taking it up with the IRS, and I will be filing liens because you guys do not have liens over myself, my estate, or my child. So
You'll take it up with the sheriff first.
I will not, because the sheriff does not have any jurisdiction.
Turn yourself in, or the sheriff will come out and arrest you.
Jurisdiction over me, and the sheriff does not have any jurisdiction over
That's
me.
fine. Once you're released, I'll give you 90 days to pay an additional $1,500 for attorney's fees incurred by the plaintiff for today's proceeding. And I'll ask Ms. St. Fleur to submit the order.
Will do, Your Honor.
And include in that, the sheriff will notify the court when Ms. Lott has been arrested.
Can you guys provide me with evidence that you are Article 3 court and not a military court?
And we'll send you a copy of the order.
I honestly don't understand her play here. She clearly thought acting crazy in court would somehow stop the judge from dropping the hammer, but that plan backfired fast. She ended up with 6 months in jail for failing to pay $2,000 in court fees tied to her shoplifting case, and honestly, I think the sentence was well deserved. This is a classic example of victim mentality. She refused to take responsibility and instead leaned into a delusional narrative that she was above the law. What really stood out, though, was how the judge handled it. He stayed calm, barely said a word, and treated it like just another day at the office. He saw straight through her nonsense and gave her the punishment she earned. Honestly, if she'd been more reasonable, maybe she could have avoided jail with just a bigger fine, but her arrogance and smug attitude sealed her fate. Prison might shape some people, but with how set in her ways she seems, acting like she's untouchable and above everyone, I doubt much will change. At the end of the day, it's simple. If you stay out of trouble, you won't need to pretend to be crazy or play the victim. People like this just can't admit when they're wrong, and that's exactly why she landed herself behind bars. If you guys enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps me out. Drop your opinions in the comments below, and let me know what you want to see next. Thanks for watching, and as always, take care.